Mean guitar? We're back with the best guitar series on YouTube. But now you should already know that we're talking about riffs that made you go. It's another tuning specific video, and on today's episode we have a tuning that I didn't realize how many songs I love that are actually in this tuning. It's drop B, which is arguably the lowest actual 6-string tuning there is, and today's episode is sponsored by Sweetwater, but more on that later. So to start off, we have the band that I think is responsible for me getting into modern hardcore. It's Code Orange with the song Forever. I remember when I listened to this song for the first time ever, I was really into like technical death metal and progressive metal, and this was really not the style I was into at the time. And when I heard it, I was like, God damn, this is heavy. And it was referenced to me as a metalcore band, which if you know this band, most of you might know that they had their roots in the hardcore scene. And up until like their album Underneath, I guess, they were very much considered a hardcore band, but they always had some interesting flavor with all the synths and samples they use in their music. And the intro to this song is an absolute statement. It just so heavy, goes so hard. And disclaimer, I am using a different drum library this time around, and I think with this snare sound it sounds even heavier and nastier. Check this out. Next up, we have the band that we all knew was gonna be on this episode. It could not be left out if we're talking about Drop B Riffs. And now that I realize it's probably one of the most featured bands on this series, it's Slipknot with the song Spit It Out. I've been playing a lot of Iowa in this series and a little bit of Volume 3, so I decided to grab something from the self-titled album because of course they had a lot of nasty riffs there too. And I just love how stumpy and slammy this part from Spit It Out is. And with this snare sound that I'm using, it actually sounds like it could be from a slam song, and it's just a really iconic part anyway. Moving along, let's bring back some sludge to the series. And this is a band that I didn't realize how many people have been asking me to include them in the series. It's Down with Bury Me in Smoke. Honestly, Down has never been a band that I've been really into, and I started listening to them for this video specifically. And this is probably their most popular song. And you know what? Not bad at all. I think it's an interesting flavor, but still fits perfectly with the rest of the songs and the vibe that they're providing. And if you ask me, my production style is making it sound way heavier than the original track. Time to bring back some more hardcore to this list, and this is a band that has already been featured multiple times in the series, and it's a band that I actually do listen to quite frequently. It's Sunami with the song YSAB. I mean, what can I say about Sunami that I haven't said before? They're just so heavy, but they don't take themselves too seriously like most of the New York hardcore bands, which I believe just makes them have a lot more charm than the typical New York hardcore band. I mean, if Sunami is hardcore, if it has a lot of chugging and pink harmonics, I'm gonna like it. Before moving on with the riffs, like I said in the beginning of the episode, this video is sponsored by Sweetwater. The vast majority of the gear that I use to make these videos, whether you see them on camera or not, can be obtained through Sweetwater. So like the microphone I'm talking through, the arm that's holding the microphone, the cable that's connected to the microphone, the interface that's recording the audio coming through the microphone, the camera that I'm recording with, the lights that I'm using, and of course the guitar that I use to play the riffs. This is the guitar that I've been using to play the riffs in this video. It's an LTD M10 and it's the first electric guitar I ever bought. It's a very affordable guitar, and as you can see, I've replaced the pickups with a set of Fishman Fluence Moderns, and I just think that really brought this guitar back to life. It's now one of my best sounding guitars in my collection, and sometimes it just takes a small change like that to make a whole world of difference. If you like the tone I got for this video with this guitar, you can check out the Fishman Fluence Modern set on the link in the description down below to sweetwater.com, and that's actually an affiliate link, so if you buy anything, and I mean anything, through that affiliate link, I do make a small commission, so you help support the channel too. You can also check out every other piece of equipment that I use that Sweetwater offers on my gear list in the link in the description down below. And once again, a big shout out to Sweetwater for sponsoring this video. Now back to the riffs. Moving along, we have another new metal band and a very iconic song with it. It's Mudvayne with Dig. We all know, without exception, this song. And if you don't recognize it immediately by the name, it's Berberdeng. It's the Berberdeng song. Now that I think about it, I actually forgot to record the bass clip for this part. But I mean, as far as iconic metal riffs go, this is something that it just gets stuck in your head, whether it is because of the meme, or whether it is because it is just a straight up banger of a song. It's a lot of fun to play, and I don't know what else can I say about this other than it goes hard. In my opinion, one of the best and most iconic nu metal songs ever. After that, I think this list is having a severe lack of deathcore. So next up is All Shall Perish with Wage Slaves. I mean, the intro to this song, you wouldn't immediately guess that it's a deathcore band. I think it's one of those songs that is just universally likable if you like metal in general. And by the way, I didn't have a sample in my cowbell library, so you're gonna have to do with bells. And I actually didn't know this song was in drop B. I thought, for whatever reason, I thought this song was in drop D. But one of you just sent me a DM on Instagram and said, no, check this out, it's in drop B. So I was like, okay, let's go into the list. Here we go. Time for some more hardcore or hardcore inspired metalcore, I guess. And it's a song from one of my favorite albums released last year, and actually the album that I listened to the most last year according to Spotify. It's Boundaries with Like Petals from a Stem. This song just goes absolutely wild and it's incredibly heavy, and I seriously encourage you to listen to the actual album after watching this video. This is one of those songs that just sounds like being punched in the face repeatedly, and I just love that. Now we have some more nu metal again, and it's a band that I didn't expect I was gonna add to the list, but hey, here you go. It's Chevelle with Family System. Yes, Chevelle. This song I have played in a previous video, like last year, and someone mentioned it when I asked for some drop B riffs to include. Now it's gonna include some other songs, which by the way, a lot of you mentioned songs that are in B standard, not drop B. And I was like, you know what, it would be pretty funny if I actually include this song on the episode, because the riff is actually pretty cool. Very simple, as most nu metal songs are, but you know what? It's a lot of fun. Next up, okay. I don't like most gent, like, at all. Like, it's probably one of the styles of metal that I shit on the most. But this particular riff of this particular song is undeniable. It's Veil of Maya with Punisher. A lot of people mention a lot of different Veil of Maya songs where I asked for some drop B riffs. And you know what? I'll cave. Because this riff is a very memorable one, if you ask me. I gotta admit, I enjoyed playing it a lot. Here, if you wanted some gent, this is your time. Last but not least, we have one of the most iconic songs ever. This is from a band that I don't think I've ever played any of their songs on the channel, and probably because they will copyright claim me immediately. It's Bring Me the Horizon with Pray for Plagues. Listening to them now, it's very wild to think that they wrote one of the most iconic deathcore songs of all time. And this part, especially with the production that I'm using in this particular video, sounds super slammy and it just goes so hard. It's a song that I enjoy listening to this day. It just goes super hard. We gotta give him respect for that, because honestly, it was probably one of the most fun songs to play in the entire episode. But that's it for this episode, gang. Let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite drop B riffs. If you like this video, please click the like button down below, subscribe if you haven't, and click the notifications bell so you never miss a new video. Once again, thank you so much, Sweetwater, for sponsoring this video. And if you would like to watch another video full of mean and nasty and disgusting riffs, you can watch it right here. All my social media links have a Discord server link will be in the description down below, as always, so please go ahead and check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.